Here, I'm gonna go over a couple things real quick before I do this video. So I got busted by Warner, so I'm not gonna be able to use the Galactic Empire music anymore, which I knew this was coming, and it's not a problem for me as far as monetization because I don't monetize any of my videos, but I don't want the people that actually come to my channel to watch me for now. I don't want them to have to go through watching ads. And I found out, I actually didn't even find out through YouTube. I had someone that contacted me to let me know that they had to watch an ad. And they were like, oh, I thought you weren't monetizing your videos. So that was how I found out. So gonna have to change my music there. Still love Galactic Empire. If you don't know who they are, you should definitely check them out. They do a great rendition of Star Wars music. Want to thank everybody for watching the videos. Please subscribe if you want to see more from me. I hope that I'm putting content out there that people want to hear about, know about, talk about, and I do respond to the people that comment and like. Well, let's get into this. So today we're going to talk about the comic, the Snoke comic. I'm sure a lot of you have already heard some things about this. Excuse me, I'm getting a little under the weather here. Well, so in the comic about Snoke, and I do find it quite convenient that this comic is actually going to come out and cover some things in Snoke's story and backstory. And Kylo's backstory just before episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, comes out. I think that there's going to be some things in there that JJ is going to try to cover to make some sense of things. I think that needs to be done. Rian Johnson did not do that. He, basically, as we all know, he just threw that stuff out the window and said, oh, you're just a guy and you're not important to anything. And to the story as a whole, Snoke is not important. He is just a push character, so to speak. He is to move Kylo Ren's story forward. And that's fine. But, you still kind of need to know a little something about this guy. So I think they're going to try to cover this in that new comic and a little bit in The Rise of Skywalker. So in the comic, Kylo and Snoke go to Dagobah. Snoke takes Kylo there. What we know so far of this comic is not actually out yet, but we know some details. And they literally go to the exact same place where Yoda lived and where Luke trained. When they get off the ship, Kylo says as much that he can still feel him there, that he can, from the time that he spent there. And Snoke tells him, yeah, this is where he started his training, which that's not exactly true. It's where he started his training with Yoda, but it's not where he exactly started his training. He started his training with Obi-Wan. Snoke actually speaks very highly of Luke, from what you can get from the dialogue from the comic. And Kylo questions him because I guess he has such a skewed view of Luke and who Luke really is. He says, why do you speak of him that way? And Snoke's like, what way? With respect. And he basically says, because I do respect him and I fear him. And, that's cool. It's good in a lot of ways to hear Snoke say that, because you have to wonder, what does Snoke know of Luke? What does he know of Luke's past? Not his past where he, overcame Vader, brought Vader back, defeated the Emperor, whatever you want to think that Luke did. to be honest with you, there's not really a lot that Luke did. It's highly alluded to that, you know, Vader was not giving Luke his best. And Luke was not the one that defeated the Emperor. It was Vader. There's going to be a lot of people that are big Luke Skywalker fans out there that are going to hate that, but, you know, it's the truth. The biggest attribute to Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy was his optimism. That's pretty much it. He was not the most skilled Jedi by far. But, you know, that aside, there's things that had to progress with Luke that we haven't gotten to see, that Luke did grow as a Jedi and grow with his knowledge in the Force. And, you know, the thing is Snoke respects him for what he knows of the Force and how he views the Force, but he also fears him because, you know, you fear someone that can, in that aspect of things, you fear someone that can bring you down or that can, I guess, defeat you. And for whatever reason, Snoke fears him, and I'd like to know why. I would like to know more, just like everyone else will. This is what everyone wanted to see in The Last Jedi, was more of Luke, like what happened with Luke after Return of the Jedi. You know, we want to know that. We haven't seen that yet. But apparently Snoke knows. And, you know, during Snoke and Kylo's conversation, he even goes as far as to tell Kylo's that, you know, if I had your uncle at my side instead of you, basically this would already be over. You know, I'd already be running the galaxy. I'd be running the show. This would be over. And, you know, that's a gut punch for Kylo Ren, and for somebody that's so eager to impress, and, you know, the different things that goes on with him. It does appear that Snoke has used ridicule and discouragement as a motivational tool for Kylo Ren, kind of like the old school military used to do. You know, not a lot of positive reinforcement with Snoke. But, you know, the thing that I'm questioning the most with this is why did Disney Lucasfilm decided to go back to Dagobah? Or it's fine that they did. I have no problem with that. They're doing basically a dark side mirror image of Luke's training. You know, Luke trained under Yoda at Dagobah. Kylo's going to train under Snoke at Dagobah in the same area. So they go to this same cave also. And, you know, Snoke, you know, tells Kylo that basically in different words, but the same thing that Yoda told Luke, you know, all you're gonna find in there is what you haven't been willing to accept or to conquer in yourself. You're gonna take your demons into the cave. And as we all know, when Luke went into the cave, his demon was the fear of turning to the dark side himself, and realizing that if he did kill Vader, you know, that was going to be his leap to the dark side. With Kylo, you know, he saw Luke and fought Luke, and, you know, Snoke's, you know, trying to twist his mind and, you know, motivate him in different ways through hatred, which a lot of the dialogue with Snoke sounds eerily similar to the kind of dialogue that you would hear from Sidious. Very similar. Now, I'm not saying that Snoke is Sidious or possessed by Sidious or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's very similar. Maybe by accident, who knows. But, you know, so Kylo fights with Luke in the cave, and, you know, that is what it is. But my thoughts on this is that, all right, Yoda told Luke that the cave, you know, you know, what the cave would be, what it would do. Does the cave show you truths about yourself and about the Force, and you know what's taking place, what has taken place, and what is going to take place? It would appear that that would be the case. And if that is the case, we see a little bit of what the cave shows Kylo, but we don't see it all yet, I don't think. So what all does Kylo potentially see in the cave? Other than Luke Skywalker standing there telling him, hey, I don't want to fight, I don't care, and then they start getting down. So does the cave show Kylo what is going to become of him if he continues on this path? Does it show him anything like that? Does he strike Luke down in this comic and it shows him, you know, anything like that? You know, we really don't, we really don't know yet. I'm also curious as to what is the significance of this cave? Why would Yoda know that this place was there? He evidently went to Dagobah for specific reasons, to hide, to go into exile, for training purposes, different things. And it's very possible that he knew of this place. And it's also very possible that, Snoke has to know of this place. They didn't just trip up on it and, fall into Dagobah. They went there on purpose. So, what is the significance of this place in the Star Wars universe? And are they going to address that and talk about that more in the comics or even in the movies? Are they going to go to Dagobah in Episode 9? I've heard nothing about that, but you never know. There's always going to be things about the movies that we don't know before they come out. If there weren't, then what would be the point of watching the movie? But yeah, guys, what do you think about this? Do you think that Disney is making a good decision by mirroring this same scenario that we have with Luke and Yoda? Do you think this is a good thing for them to do with Snoke and Kylo? And how do you think that these Snoke comics are going to turn out? What do you think it's going to reveal about him that they're going to also cover some things in the movie? I feel pretty certain there's going to be some things come up about Snoke in Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. What do you guys think is going to come of this? What do you think the purpose for Snoke taking Kylo to that cave is? And let me know what you think, guys. I thought it was a really cool comic, really cool illustrations. Read up on what you can. I'm going to post some pictures of it in the video, and I'm sure you can research online and find some more pictures yourself. If you will, subscribe, leave a thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter. I appreciate all interaction, and please comment. Shoot me any ideas that any of you have on any subject matter with Star Wars, and I'll see if I can get it covered, guys, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.